Hi Rundle and Principal Reese, thank you for asking us to read you a book. We're going to, the one that we've chosen is this one. It's A for Australia. It's got some landmarks as we go through the alphabet that relate to our beautiful country out here. I'm going to read you letters A and C. A. Australia is packed with amazing places to discover, from the outback to the ancient rainforest, the snowy mountains, and the Great Barrier Reef, and more. The mainland is the largest island on Earth and also is the smallest continent. Much of Australia is covered by remote areas. Only a few people live, called the outback. Over 8,000 islands make up the country. Australia is similar in size to the United States of America, and Great Britain fits into Australia 33 1/3 times. Australia is nicknamed Down Under because it's below many other countries and looks like it's at the bottom of the globe. Aboriginal people have lived on the continent for around 60,000 years. Australia has some 10,000 beaches, a total of 50,000 kilometre of coastline. It's pretty amazing. C is a town called Cooperpedy, which is in South Australia. It's the largest opal mining area in the world. Looking for opals in rock heaps is called noodling. Opals are natural gemstones that flash iridescent colours. The first tree in the town was made from scrap ireland. The Antikajira Matura Yankitachara people are the traditional owners of the land at Cooperpedy. Their word for the area is Cooperpiti, which means man who lives in a hole. Golf is played in the cool of the night. Glowing golf balls are used and there's no grass. Golfers tee off from a small piece of turf they carry with them. To escape the heat, some Cooperpedy residents live in underground caves called dugouts. They are also underground hotels, museums, churches, and even shops. So thank you for listening to my two favourite parts of this book. But thank you and have a great Christmas and a good break over the holidays.
Hi Rundle, I'm Kate, I'm 10 years old and I'm going to read you pages G and H. G is for Great Barrier Reef. It is made up of around 900 islands and almost 3,000 coral reefs. On the reef there are approximately 2,000 species of fish, 30 species of whales, 6 species of sea turtles, 125 species of sharks and stingrays, and 17 species of sea snakes. The Great Barrier Reef can be seen from space and is one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. Some corals on the reef are nearly 500,000 years old. Box jellyfish kill more than snakes, sharks, and crocodiles. The sting is so poisonous that swimmers can die within minutes. The reef has its own floating mailbox. You can mail a postcard with the world's only Great Barrier Reef stamp. The crown of thorns starfish eats coral and is one of the biggest dangers to the reef. H is for Hobart. Hobart is the capital of Tasmania and islands south of Australia mainland. The traditional owners of the land in which Hobart is located in the Mawinina people. Snow-capped Mount Wellington's towers above the city. Hobart is known as Australia's gateway port to Antarctica. On Saturdays, Salamanca Place comes alive with a colourful street market.
Hi Rundle, my name's Jet, I'm 12 years old and I'm going to read you letters T and U. Torres Strait Islands are located off Australia's northernmost point, Cape York. The Torres Strait is named after a Spanish captain, Luis Vaz de Torres, who sailed around the strait in 1606. Torres Strait Islanders have strong cultural bonds with the sea and land that are kept alive through ceremonies where the islanders wear bright costumes and a traditional feathered headdress called a dari. There are at least 274 islands in the Torres Strait, but only 17 are populated. The Torres Strait was the first place in Australia where native title was recognised, acknowledging the Indigenous people's rights to the land. Eddie Mabo, a Marian man, led the fight for a native title, and in 1992, the High Court of Australia acknowledged his people's traditional ownership of the land on the island of Muir. It is commonly known as the Mabo decision. Captain Bligh of the HMS Bounty named Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday Islands after the days he spotted them. Dugongs graze mostly on seagrass and are also called sea cows. Australia has the last major dugong population in the world. Sailors once thought dugongs were mermaids. Uluru in the Northern Territory is one of the largest rocks in the world, reaching 9 kilometers around, which is 5.5 miles around the base, and standing 350 meters, which is 1,148 feet high. The traditional owners of Uluru are the people, locally known as Anangu. More than 2/3 of the rock is hidden underground. Parentes are the biggest lizards in Australia, reaching 2 meters or more, which is 6 feet in length. Dingoes do not bark, but they can purr and howl. Uluru is a sacred site. The traditional owners ask visitors to respect their law and not climb the rock. Uluru gets his rusty red color from oxidized iron in the sandstone, but at sunrise or sunset it can appear to glow orange, a fiery red, or even blue or violet. Nearby are huge domes of rocks called, which means many heads.
Hi Rundle, I'm Holly, and today I'm going to read you a story. V is for Valley of the Giants in Western Australia. It is in the Walpole-Nornalup National Park and is home to the rare red tingle trees. The treetop walk climbs through the canopy of the forest to give visitors a bird's eye view. This area is known as Currabup by the Noongar people, the traditional owners of the land. You can walk right through the middle of a giant tingle tree where the trunk has split during a bushfire. Western grey kangaroos, honey possums, bandicoots, and a variety of parrots live in the forest. Red tingle trees have the widest base of all gum trees, with a girth of up to 24 meters and a height that can grow up to 75 meters tall. An old tingle tree, affectionately known as Grandma Tingle, is said to be over 400 years old. The tingle trapdoor spider is the size of a pinhead, although recently discovered they have actually been around for thousands of years. Thank you. We loved your school and I hope you have a Merry Christmas.
Bye. Merry Christmas.
Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great Christmas.